All right, we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the workshop, episode 3. I am your occasional host with the least. My name is Ryan Sim. I'm coming to you from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. It's near Toronto, but it is not Toronto. Okay, Jordan. On the panel today, we have the lovely Sam Tony from Vancouver. Give it up for Sam Tony, everybody. We also have Mr. Jordan Wilson, also from Vancouver. Way to be boring, Jordan. And hailing all the way from just south of those two boys is Valerie, and she is in Seattle, Washington. Yay, Valerie! You can tell that they're on the West Coast because I am in crippling darkness, and Valerie has sunlight. So enjoy that sunset. This is the workshop. I don't know if you guys have been here before, but if you haven't, where have you been for almost 360 some odd episodes? Okay. This is a nightly comedy panel that was set up by Scott Porteous and Kevin Eggleston to support comedians during the pandemic. And what we do is we are assigned a random word, and then we have to come up with 3 to 5 minutes in which we just shit on each other and just grill each other, and then figure out how we can make some of those jokes better so that when live comedy starts opening up in most of the places, unless you're lucky and live in America, you'll have some content, okay? So let's get started. Let's go in order of people that joined to toss up someone from Vancouver. I'm going to go with Sam.
Sure.
Sam, you have your option. Do you want to see all our faces, or do you want to
I don't care. Yeah, it's all good. Whatever, I'll see them. That's fine. I have the.
So
I look at myself anyway. So
you can do this, or you can see all of us. It's up to you.
All's great. Yeah, that works.
All right, here we go. So, here's Sam, and Sam is going to talk to us about the temptation of the last Christ, or just temptation. I don't know. All right, Sam, you got 5 minutes on the clock. Oh, you're not tempted.
This is great.
Shoot! I want Sam. I want Sam to talk about Valerie's topic, and then I want Jordan to talk about my topic.
Mixing it up.
Yeah. So Sam is actually going to talk about variety packs, right?
Jello I would much rather have spoken about temptation, let me tell you, because variety packs are boring as fuck. I don't know. You only ever see variety packs for things that you're meant to have a good time with, but you never end up having a good time, right? I mean, a variety pack for booze, food, condoms, it's like the same price for less of what you actually want. It's ridiculous, right? Like, you just know the guy who came up with it was like, we know you're interested in one thing, but can we also tempt you with these 8 other non-related things? Really, they're only good for people who don't have strong preferences. They're the pansexuals of product packaging, you know? So you go into any liquor store and buy a variety pack of beer, and you don't have to tell them that you use they, them pronouns. I'll be honest, right? Like, you will tell them anyway, but you don't have to. And you bring a variety pack of beer to a party, and you're pretty much saying, I don't know anything about you, but I hope someone here is happy keeping 2 cans of strawberry ale in the fridge until they move out. You can never have a variety pack for wine because the people who consider themselves wine fans would be up in arms. And I'm talking about the real wine fans, not the people who think that Chardonnay gives them headaches because they're idiots and blame sulfites for everything. No, the reason why you get a headache is because you drink a bottle of fucking wine while watching your kid at Little League practice. Variety packs are like the Kardashians. I don't care how good they are or not. I'm not going to like any of them. Getting a vaccine is like looking at what's left over the next day from a variety pack of beer. No Pfizer, no Moderna. All I have left is AstraZeneca, which is the blood orange wheat ale of vaccines. All right, God, this is fucking ridiculous. I love it. You know what else they sell? They sell variety packs of condoms. And that's always fun, right? Because there's 2 groups of people. I know, Valerie, you have a look of confusion. Like, who the fuck is buying these things, right? But I'll tell you, there's 2 goddamn groups of people buying variety packs of condoms. First, you have the most aspirational people on the planet. You know, the ones I'm talking about, these guys, these teenage virgins who spend high school telling everybody they got a 12-inch cock but really don't know it, right? So they have to go buy a variety pack to see if they actually need the magnums, or they're just going to be happy with a rib for her pleasure and a finger up his own ass. Sorry, I got excited there. It was a flashback to grade 10. But little they knew, it's like, it's going to backfire, right? Because they're always going to try the extra large condom on first. And it's just going to end up being a wastebasket filled with condoms by their bed. And I can only imagine being the parent of one of these boys, right? And going to clear out the garbage and seeing like a bucket full of different sized condoms in a garbage. Like, that's got to be a shock, right? Like, how did all these boys come into my son's room and I didn't know about it? Time to upgrade the security system. Like, I don't care if he's wanting to screw around, but I got to make sure no robbers get in. Oh, second group of people. These ones are even weirder to me. They're the ones who are so fucking confident they know they're going to get laid. They just don't know by whom, right? You know, the ones who buy the assorted pack, they're like, I'm going to find a dick somehow, right? Like, I know I'm going to get laid. I just don't know who I want yet. That's like eating in the bathroom stall level of confidence, you know? The someone who whips out a banana nut muffin while taking a dump, something I can't even imagine. But the best part is then thinking of a world where these two groups of people meet, you know, where you have the teen virgin hooking up with the promiscuous person, and they're both there, they're both at bed, and they both whip out assorted packs of condoms. And it's that moment when worlds collide and everyone just starts laughing, and then the teen starts crying because he jizzed in his pants and has to go home. That's all I got. That was about, what, 3 minutes, 50 seconds?
You got 1 minute and 12 seconds.
I'm done. That's all I got.
Yeah,
3 to 5 minutes.
All right, cheers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, horrible.
Never say it's horrible. That's our job, okay, Tim?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so I will go first. I was when I think of variety packs, there's some other analogies I think about. There's always one that no one wants. So maybe you could allude that is you, that's your son. Like, you know, you think of the variety pack of popsicles and freezies. No one eats the grape. Same with the pop of Crush. You know, you get the thing of Crush. It's like there's always like that one where you're like, do you only exist for the variety pack? Like, would you ever get sold in the wild? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep going this, but jujubes, the black ones, I know it's a little heated, but oof, no one eats those. But you were saying the variety packs of condoms.
Yes.
It's kind of like Band-Aids, maybe. They say one size fits all, but ironically, only small condoms are the ones that stop the blood. But you need the big Band-Aids for that too. And then you were saying, what were you saying about you're worried about robbers coming into your house?
Oh, just the idea of being a kid's dad, right? Or me, in my case, being a kid's dad. And there's the basket full of condoms. You're not so concerned that your kid is fucking a whole bunch of other teen boys, but you're concerned that they got in without you knowing about it.
So you could call that your break and enter policy.
I love it. That's exactly, yeah.
Or the Band-Aids. That's the true variety pack. You just, because you don't know, that's when you would need a variety pack of condoms, you know? Just you might have the magnums. I don't know, but you know, you might have those little finger ones. So that's all I got. I was just thinking about.
I love it. Yeah, thanks, dude. That's awesome.
All right, let's go to Seattle and see what Valerie has to say.
I think in general, I really like the there's always so many things that you don't like, and I didn't know there were variety packs of condoms. That just seems
it's unbelievable, hey?
What? Why?
Yeah, and they sell them in 100 packs on Amazon.
Is it like for people like have orgies so that you're prepared for everything?
They just call it the Bumble pack because you don't know what's out there, but you got to be protected. Just because you swipe left doesn't mean you know what's going on down there.
Wait, don't you swipe right? No. Anyway, I don't think I have much else. I think the other one that has a lot of variety packs, I don't know if they have them in the US or Canada. I call it Celebrations, and it's like Mars Bar and Twix and
like the little candy packs and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, and it's just always the worst ones that are left. And I just would like pick out the I would be trying to get in first and pick out the ones I want, which I probably would do the same for condom variety packs too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw the audience comment.
Yeah, it comes in all sizes. That's fantastic. Double meaning too, not just a pun, right?
All right, and the person that's stalking you, Jordan.
I was actually thinking along the same things as Ryan. Like, yeah, in variety packs, you always have that one shitty thing. Like that's what always prevents you from buying. So yeah, that'll save us some time. I won't say the same thing, only worse. But yeah, and that goes for any variety pack, like candy, beer, all that. Like, there's always that one shitty thing, and I like those. I like the two jokes, your two sort of analogy jokes. The variety pack is the pansexual, and the Kardashians, are variety packs are like the Kardashians. If you wanted to play with them, you could probably reverse both of those and be like variety packs are the pansexual whatever, the Kardashians are a variety pack, and they have they have more than one shitty thing. So you could reverse engineer those jokes if you want to. I think they go both ways. But yeah, no, I thought all your premises were really good. I thought you all had solid premises with all the stuff you talked about. But yeah, that's all I got.
Thanks so much. Right. This is great.
All right. Well, there we go. That was Sam Toning from Vancouver on variety packs. He was tempted to do the other topic. All right. Let's keep going. Literally same postal code. And let's bring it over to Jordan. And Jordan is talking about, I don't have my notes, Jordan. You're talking about Uber.
That's right, Uber. I could have never come up with the idea for Uber, because even if I did, I'd be like, oh wait, cabs. And that would be it. Like, I mean, did the inventor of Uber have to put up with a lot of that? Like, would he tell people, okay, I have this idea for an app where if you need a ride somewhere, you can have someone pick you up and take you where you need to go? And every single person is like, you mean like taxis? And, would he be like, no, not like taxis. This is different and original. Like, you don't get picked up by a licensed and bonded driver who's making his livelihood and feeding his family. This app would allow you to be picked up by a random stranger in their own car. It could be a hipster earning extra money from mustache wax, or a cat lady practicing her small talk on you, or a guy with murder in his eyes who won't stop licking his lips. And guys, the best part. At the end, you get to judge them online and pay them in cryptocurrency. Like, this idea clearly came from a millennial. Like, only a millennial would have the vision and the creativity and the gumption to come up with an idea that pretty much already exists. And the only people who would encourage him to pursue this idea would be other millennials. Like, I love that idea. Why do I have to have a taxi to be a taxi driver? It's such bullshit. Why can't I just drive people around in my own car? Cabs are gross. People would way rather ride on seats covered in dog hair and my rank gym bag sitting next to them. People want to hold all their luggage on their lap because my trunk is full of my recycling. The only thing worse than a Tinder baby is an Uber baby. The only thing worse than an Uber baby is an Uber Eats baby. The only thing worse than an Uber Eats baby is ordering a baby on Uber Eats. There's a distinct difference between those. Now, and this has me thinking, like, because in porn for years, the pizza guy was always a staple. So is there Uber Eats porn? Because if there isn't, it's a missed opportunity. Like, think of the titles. Uber Eats Pie. Uber Eats Melons. Uber Eats Tuna Sashimi. Uber Eats Sausage. Uber Eats Taco. Uber Eats Milk in Bags if you're in Ontario. Uber Eats Clams. Uber Eats Wiener Schnitzel. Uber Eats Ladyfingers. God, this is a tongue twister. Uber Eats a tossed salad. Uber Eats chocolate. Uber Eats those nuts. Uber Eats shucked oysters. Uber Eats the frosting. Uber Eats a glazed donut. Uber Eats a Long John. Uber Eats whipped cream. Uber Eats pulled pork. Uber Eats spotted dick. Uber Eats that pickle. Uber dribbles the cream. Sure, You want some more examples? Okay, let's see if I can come up with a couple. Uber Eats a cookie. Uber Eats kumquat. Uber Eats jerk chicken. Uber Eats a breadstick. Uber eats up a lot of time with this bit. Uber Eats a cucumber. Uber Eats a Tootsie Roll. Uber Eats a bratwurst. Uber Eats a smorgasbord. Uber Eats ding dongs. Uber Eats ho-hos. Uber Eats banger and mash. Uber guzzles the gravy. Uber Eats pigs in a blanket. Uber Eats that Canadian bacon. Uber Eats miso. Uber Eats a poo-poo platter. Uber Eats a cod piece. And finally, Uber Eats alone. And every single one of those films would kick off with the exact same line. I suppose I should give you a tip. I suppose I should give you more than the tip. And that's all I got.
Yeah.
All right. Comments. We saw the audience comment saying more Uber Eats examples, and then you did it. So we can't go there, but let's go. I'm just going to close my eyes and point. Sam, can you go first?
Yes. Jordan, that was great. One moment, just so before I forget a joke. You started off with like who the person who invented Uber must have faced a lot of resistance, right? Like, oh, you mean cabs? Yeah. And I think that can go further. Like, yeah, but you can take it with other people and just, it's cheaper. Oh, you mean the bus? Or, like there's an opportunity to drill down in that kind of theme and keep the joke going.
Yeah.
Then you have the different types of Uber drivers. That was a classic rule of three kind of approach there. What is Uber Baby?
Well, I mean, I guess in my mind, I was thinking like the Uber guy drops off your food and he drops off a little something else, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they
that's cool because I like Uber Eat, order a baby on Uber Eats. That was just Uber Eats baby is right. I just thought it was a very cute turn of phrase. I was out to lunch until the punchline and it was like cool. Got me back. So yeah, I don't know if I'm the only one who doesn't know what Uber Baby is, but if so, I'm an idiot. That's cool.
No, it's not, as far as I know, I made it up. Like, because I think we all know somebody who has a Tinder baby. I got a buddy who's got a Tinder baby.
And, I don't even know what that is.
They had one date on Tinder, and he knocked her up, and now he's got a kid.
Yeah.
He wanted to buy a onesie that said "Both my parents swiped right," and
yeah, that's perfect. Now I know exactly where it is. That makes sense to me. I like
and then,
it.
So yeah, I guess an Uber baby would be, you take a ride in an Uber and you just hit it off, and then Uber Eats, and there you go. So.
The last one is like clearly the kind of long joke of the different names, right? Mm-hmm. I was expecting something, and maybe worth exploring at the end is what makes Uber Eats shitty? So the drivers, for example, like never leave food where you want them to leave it, right? Mm-hmm. So like, you want me to leave this on the front porch, right? It's like, no, come inside, please. I put in here to like come inside or something like that. I think there's, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's how you get an Uber Baby.
Exactly. Yeah, there's the callback, right? Yeah, but I like it, Jordan. It's
cool.
That must have been fun.
And for the record, I've never used Uber or Uber Eats in my life, so yeah, I'm going. I was going blind.
Oh, David DJ Roy says, "Tell Sam I said hi."
Oh, DJ, what's up, David James?
He's a good friend of mine. He lives here in the Hammer. We've done many a show, That Filthy Show, and all that.
Oh, damn right, man. Hey, DJ.
Yeah, I would say he's one of my closest comedy friends here. All right, Jordan, I thought you could build on who invented Uber. It'd be like, it's the perfect invention for unemployed basement dwellers. Picking up drunk women from clubs, what could go wrong? And then you're just thinking those people, who you're already unemployed and you live at home, you got your mom's car. What's next? Delivering food to single people with little to no witnesses? That's just the evolution of how Uber worked. It's basically, that show, The Catch a Predator? Those guys had to go somewhere. They grew up. Uber is actually the German word for living in your basement. Ordering a baby on Uber Eats. Man, I said no umbilical cord. Or you could be like, I wanted white meat. God, I'm not tipping. Just some things you could play with there.
Those are good. Yeah, those are good.
Valerie, you look deep in thought. Let's hear it.
Oh, that's setting up too high expectations. I was thinking about other like ideas for apps or new applications that are totally already existed. Like, I don't know. Oh, what if you can like have all your food at once in a liquid form? Oh wait, that's a smoothie. I couldn't come up with more, but you can keep going on that thought of like millennials reinventing things that already exist.
Yeah, the only
I'm a
other
millennial, I
premise
can say that. No,
the only other premise I thought of, and I just didn't get time to come up with anything for it, was like, because you see all sorts of food apps these days, but you're also seeing lots of streaming services. So I was trying to think of some sort of parallel between those. But okay, Valerie, quick question. Okay, Crave. Does that sound like a food app or a streaming service to you?
a food app.
Okay, it's a streaming service in Canada.
Really?
So,
Why?
yeah, fun trivia. Yeah, there you go.
This
There's
just
a
shows
trivia
Tim
for
Hortons ads.
I think it's the only way we can watch
Okay.
The Sopranos too.
Wow. And then the other thing I was thinking was like, oh, the Uber ordering a baby on Uber Eats. Well, that would just put pelicans out of work, so that's a little unfair for them.
Oh, storks, right?
Storks. Sorry. Yes. Yes.
Pelicans. they might eat a baby.
Uber eats that pelican.
Yeah. I just gave my baby
Okay.
that pelican. You mean the stork? Oh God.
That's all I had.
Cool.
Sweet.
Thank you, guys. Awesome.
All right. So we are moving along quite quickly. And we're going to go to Valerie. And Valerie is going to talk about, drum roll. She's going to talk about variety packs and Uber Eats. Temptation.
Well,
All
I'll
right.
talk about cravings apparently on Crave, but I am actually I have a song and then I might just, I have not tried this out to a melody, so it's going to go horribly wrong. I just want to warn you that I also cannot sing. I don't know why I pretend to. Okay.
Well,
This
you always
is
have a fine career in Uber Eats. If you can't, this doesn't work out. It's fine. 5 minutes on the clock.
Okay. Get up in the morning, sit down at my desk, turn on my computer, crack my knuckles, now comes the real test. I wonder if today I will stay on my workstation, and if I'll be able to resist the temptation to clean the house, wash the dishes, watch the dog, feed the fishes, do some yoga, bake a cake, check the mail, and it's time for a break. This home office isn't really a perk, I guess I better get back to work. I have a meeting, I better focus. Didn't realize this should be such a hocus pocus. I hope you really understand my frustration, but I really can't resist the temptation to sharpen the knives, then get up and pee, do some night shopping and make some tea, cook a 3-course meal and water the plants, do the laundry, and then I mend my pants. This home office isn't really a perk, so I guess I better get back. Wait, the day's over. So that is because I work from home and I always get tempted to do other things. I really need to go back to a real office. And then the other thing I was thinking about around temptation, I grew up in Belgium and there's a TV show there called Temptation Island. I don't know if this happened in other countries. Maybe it did. But you put random people, actually no, you put couples on an island and then you put single people on an island and those single people try and seduce the couple people and drama ensues. And I don't understand why it's entertainment, but I guess a lot of people watch like crappy TV for no reason.
On Crave.
The main thing that came out of that was someone who said in front of a camera, talk to the hand because the head won't be listening anymore, which became a thing that people would be saying. And I don't know. There's nothing really funny yet with that. I also totally did not fill 3 minutes because I was too tempted to go and do other things Considering comedy. I'm so sorry. That was lame.
All right, that's okay.
Yay!
I got stuck on writing a song, and then you have to
Yeah,
like find
awesome.
rhymes. You're like, okay, what
So
now?
how did that song end? So you said, so I better get back and get back to work.
I was gonna say I better get back to wait. No, the day's over. Was how it ended.
Oh, I thought you said at the end, I better get back to work and stop jerking.
Okay,
Because it was the only thing you said you weren't doing.
that's true. Oh my god, and it even rhymes with temptation.
Yeah.
Such a missed
Oh, it
opportunity.
totally does.
It's just at the very end, you just do a rug pull. It's like, let's be honest, we're all
That's what I'm
just
doing.
trying
all
not
day.
to jerk off. Whether that's, I think you can say that for women too. I don't know, but I think it's universal. I'm jerking. Fade.
Yeah. Do a Zoom session with 3 dudes and everything. All your material is going to become jerk off material. Like,
Yeah, but like I said,
incredible.
I'm pretty sure that you can use that pretty much universally for, better get back to work. Jerk rhymes. That's really all I had.
It's hard to get feedback to songs because, like, I don't know, there's rhymes and stuff. So
I'm jerking. So jerking, working. I mean, think about it. I've been told I'm quite highbrow. So we'll go to Jordan.
Yeah, I like the song. I thought it was timely because I think a lot of people are going through the exact same thing as far as working from home and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I imagine there's lots of tiny little distractions and it's tough to stay focused and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm sure that's when you can go and perform. A lot of people will get it and think it's real funny. And yes, I was familiar with the show Temptation Island because they had it in the States for a while, and I remember it was on, and a couple of my buddies were quite hooked on it, and so I am familiar with that show.
I almost started watching it because all my friends were talking about it, and I think I watched like 5 minutes and went, "No, this is not."
Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, So yeah, that's about all I got though. I liked your song, and just keep working at it.
Sam.
Yes. Oh, I thought the song was great. That's it. That's all I got on the song.
Sure.
Jerking off, masturbation. Yeah, fuck it. Go ahead, do it. But even if you didn't, I think it would still hit. I think the art around the song will be to find the joke into it, right? As in a set, right? I'm imagining God, does Jai Tai exist anymore? But like you're there, you got to like lead into it and somehow, right? Without giving away the thrust of the song. That'll be the real artsy part to it. But you said you can't sing, and that makes it even better, right? Because like you picked up a fucking ukulele because you're so distracted at work, working from home. Like it was great. Yeah. Oh, that's the line, Ryan. Yeah. And I don't know what Temptation Island is, but talk to the hand you're working off with. There you go. Done. That's all I got. It's a great song. I love it.
Thanks.
All right. Cool. I unfortunately saw what my topic was, and this topic made me uncomfortable, but I still wrote, I have feminism.
Huh.
Yeah. That's what
So wait, I'm here to hold up the bar. That's not fair.
So here we go. I grew up in a small white farm town, and I honestly had not heard about feminism until I went to university. And this is a true story. I was so intrigued that I got a minor in ecofeminism and gender studies. And I remember calling my conservative mom and hearing her say, "Wait until your father hears about this because he's going to be so proud," because we were progressive. You see, I think there's a misconception that all rural towns are backwards when it comes to gender parity. See, we lived in an equal opportunity household. My mother would never say, "Wait until your father gets home." She would just smack us right there on the spot, and she was proud of it. I remember one time my mom smacked us so hard in the grocery store, a lady actually came up and said, "Ma'am, I don't think you should be striking your children in public without your husband." And I just remember looking at her with my non-swollen eye, thinking how awful it was that people live like that. Despite my background on the topic, I don't call myself a male feminist. I don't really trust anyone who labels themselves that, because calling yourself a male feminist is like saying you're a female males rights activist. You know, you're going to go down to the protest and say, "I wish I see my kids less. The trash doesn't take itself out." I think if males truly wanted to support the feminist movement, I recommend they follow, the simple rules. Listen to the women in your life, split the duties, and if you're ever in a disagreement, just take a deep breath and say, "You were right." I do have a little bit background on this, and I do know that through my studies, feminists can come in all shapes of size and different shades of white. If I'm being honest, I did have to just refresh what the issues were, and I said problems with feminism, and Google said, "How much time do you have?" So I didn't do enough research, but I did see that in general, the areas of North America that are lacking in this topic tend to be middle America that are white and conservative. And I just had a son. I have a Tinder baby. So I thought, what better way to get the message out there? And maybe I could spread the, the teachings of feminist classic literature by rewriting them to an audience, conservative middle America audience, so that they could learn more about this. So I rewrote Jane Austen's classic Pride and Prejudice, but now it's set in Alabama, and it's called White Pride and Prejudice. Same story. I also rewrote Little Women. Now it's just called Big Mama. And I rebranded the Vagina Monologues. It's the same story. It's just written in a Texas accent, and it's called Pussy Lips. And then finally, I rewrote The Handmaid's Tale, the classic Margaret Atwood dystopian novel about a totalitarian theocratic state. I just renamed it. It's called The Republican's Wife. So that's what I have on feminism. Yeah, thanks. Do you want to go first or last, Valerie?
Last.
All right.
That's okay.
Jordan.
I thought it was all good stuff. To be honest, I don't think I have much. I really like the premise of you going back and telling your parents, yeah, I got a minor in eco studies. I would have liked to hear more about that reaction, and maybe explore it more about like, why would you be mad, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, I thought you had I thought you had good jokes, and yeah, I mean, I thought that was pretty solid all around. So I don't really have too much to offer on that one.
Okay, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, pretty similar. You just told a whole bunch of funny jokes, is what I heard. And it was cool. I hadn't heard, I'm not familiar with your work, Ryan. So it was cool to hear your style of telling jokes as well, with the throwaway punchlines, XYZ, that really keeps it, XYZ, that really keeps it moving. So that was awesome. Yeah, I mean, just mind the names of books you're rewriting. I mean, that's it. You get like a ton of great ones out of that. But I like Pussy Lips. It's just fucking stupid funny. It's so dumb, right? Like that's what I like about it. You tackled a tough topic, telling dumb jokes. That's the greatest way to do it, right? I mean, yeah. One that really stood out to me was your mom didn't wait for your dad to hit you. Like, that's just funny. I like it. So yeah, that was good. I don't really have anything else I would say explore on, except for, of course, how to build more material from it. which is just keep running with the different names until you find like the bulletproof like 6.
So before we go to Valerie, I'll tell you that the one joke that I have said to someone before, and it actually offends people, but generally the people in the joke is, through my studies, I've learned feminists can come in all sizes, shapes, and different shades of white.
Yeah.
I find that white women hate that joke.
Of course they do.
So I'm going to go to Valerie now.
I actually like that joke. I wasn't sure about the sizes part of it, but the white women part, I'm like, yeah, you're right. But I really like how you're probably like more educated on feminism than I am, apparently, now that I've learned. Yeah, for like, as Sam said, like a tough subject, you just, it's also like a nice combination between like a storytelling comedy and punchlines, and then just like going into a list of books. I thought that worked really well. So I don't know, just was wondering what other empowered things your mom did without waiting for your dad. If there's any other ones.
I can talk about her later. I'll pull some of that out. She's a lovely woman. All right, thanks. I was uncomfortable with that topic, so I spent a little bit of time trying to figure out how to approach that. So I feel like I want to keep working on it, obviously. So I'm not saying I didn't get enough feedback, but I got positive enough to keep going, I guess.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Someone's
You can
messaging
redo
us.
all the Jane Austen books probably have a different title if you want to keep going with those.
Oh, White Pride and Prejudice?
Sense and Sensibility could be... I should come up with something before I said that out loud. But
yeah.
Nonsense.
Woke and wokeability.
Well, to be honest, the one I really wanted to work on was Little Woman. I said it's called Big Mama. I don't.
Is that fucking, oh man. That's like, that is punchline number 3, because it's like the absurd twist of a series of twist jokes, right? Like it's another one. I think that's fantastic. I guess to be critical, not that I want to be really, because these were great, but the male feminist, female men's rights activist one.
That's the weakest part.
Yeah, it is. You know that. Yeah, so that's
I just that's another thing. I didn't realize it, but I have a background on this, but I don't know how to approach it funny. Say I hate people that label themselves male feminists, and I need more than tonight to figure out how to make that funny, and maybe it's just not funny.
yeah.
I think other comedians have tackled it. I'm pretty sure Bill Burr had done some sort of bit about it, and I'm sure there's other comedians who have tackled that for sure. But it's just about finding your angle. It takes time sometimes.
Yeah.
Can't you just call yourself a feminist?
I mean,
why do you have to say that I'm a male feminist? It's like, oh, okay.
It's like saying you're
that
a male.
Makes a difference, right?
A male foodie.
Yeah, I'm a male accountant. Oh, great. Yeah, okay, that's cool. You're really good with baseball numbers? Like...
A male doctor.
See, exactly. It wasn't easy when I was thinking about it. Yeah. I said a female men's rights activist, which is a real stretch. I wish I saw my kids less. I don't.
I like that. I think I wish I saw my kids less is pretty funny.
Some of these stupid. I'm gonna make notes here to work on that part. All right, cool. So it's only been 39 minutes. So usually we do a round table where we kind of like do our own material. If you guys want to do that, is that what you guys want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do the same order. Let's do Sam.
Oh, jeez. Well, like I don't have much because
It doesn't have to be 5 minutes because, like I said, it's late out here. But it also doesn't have to be new stuff.
Well, I have my list of like newish jokes. I've just my fucking computer would work.
Do you want? We could talk about something else for 2 minutes. What about those UFOs? Shit.
No, I got a bunch of jokes I can try here. I'll just have to take notes on them.
All right, let's do
and
this.
they're not great. They're not in any like order, but
Okay, sorry.
there are jokes.
Sam, I'm the host. We'll do this. So here is Sam doing his polished material. Go ahead, Sam.
Oh, yes, very good. Hey, everybody, how you doing? You can hear me on Comedy Here Often compilation album, Best of the West. I'm going to talk about jokes I have recorded. I will not. Been really getting into body positivity lately. I don't know if anyone else has, right? But I just love those videos on YouTube of those hot chicks talking about their ugly bodies. It's one of the greatest things ever. So no, the joke there is I've been getting into body positivity, especially those ones with hot chicks. That's the joke. Set up punch. Easy. TikTok has ruined my fucking brain. I love it. Buddy of mine was hooking up with someone, and he was complaining that they gave bad head. Like, what a thing to complain about. I don't think I could ever imagine myself in that situation because I give great head. I dated an elementary school teacher once. It was fantastic because she was very skilled at handling a small penis. I have a nickname for my girlfriend's pussy. I call it her bald spot. I don't know why that one makes me laugh so much. She doesn't have a bald spot. I've been getting really into food porn lately. Anyone else realize you're not just supposed to eat the cucumber? Okay. How come women think it's hot to gag when they go down on you, but when I do it, they get upset? Tax season just ended. I'm really a tax fan. I love taxes. My girlfriend, though, she got a massive refund. Who knew it paid so well to be in school, especially high school? Oh, man. I'm sweating so much right here. I saw a YouTube ad for Canada's most affordable meal kit. Because that's what I look for in meal kits is lazy for cheap, right? I mean, that's like the Craigslist casual encounters of meal kits. You're going to get sick and you're too embarrassed to say why. What else do I have that's new here? Body positivity. Anyone else's back get sore after getting railed all night? Okay, that's ridiculous. I think a confession booth would make the best spot for a glory hole. You know, it's you can both live your sin and confess it at the same time, right? Like, that's the best, you know? You're like, forgive me, Father, for I have gulped. All right, there we go. So, I'm sweating. I'm not sweating at all. What else do I want to do here? Oh, these are my notes for my therapy session. Be careful about the assumed narrative. Okay, I'm not going to go on that. That would be ridiculous. I have one more, and then I'm done. I'll get out of here, but I lost it in my notes. Thank you for your patience, everybody. I don't do much Zoom comedy. There's a difference in the kind of drunk you are depending on what booze you drink to get drunk. Well, that's the premise, right? Drunks on different types of booze. Like, you got the whiskey drunk. You know, this guy who comes home after a long night and you can smell the Jameson on his breath. You know, as he asks you, what do you want, the belt or the fists, right? Like that, you smell it on your dad's breath. And then you have the wine drunk, right? That's when dad comes home after an afternoon of too much Gewürztraminer. You can smell his breath. It's just cock. And then he asks you to hit him. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
A bunch of
Damn.
dumb jokes.
I like that last one. It brings truth to my family.
I love
Sam telling everybody. Sam telling.
Yes, thank you.
I have a few notes here.
Love it.
The body positivity, the hot chicks. TikTok has ruined your brain. You're judging girls on their body and that you could never even have in real life. So it's
yes,
like
correct.
The bald spot, alopecia.
I love it. It's so stupid.
You were talking about the cucumber. If you wait a few months, it comes out a pickle. It's an investment. And the ad for the Canada's most affordable meal kit is just a picture of someone's mom making a 30-year-old their lunch. So it just says basement still available. You know, that's all I got.
I love it. Thank you.
Jordan, you're nodding your head. That's awkward, so let's do it.
Oh, that's just me. I'm just awkward. But yeah, I like the different kind of drunk premise. I mean, obviously, I think there's a lot more there. Okay, thanks for making it 4 times more awkward. But yeah, I mean, when you first said wine, the first thing I thought of was Soccer Mom. So
yeah.
Yeah, whiskey drunk, you think of like the old redneck dad. I mean, beer drunk, I think of frat boy bro dudes. You know, you know, and so it actually makes it hard to think when I'm nodding this much. Like Smirnoff Ice, I don't know. I think of like wimpy millennial, you know, teenage first drunk kind of thing. So I mean, I think there's lots to work with there. And yeah, I'm now literally just holding my head so I don't nod because I'm so self-conscious. So, but yeah, you know,
I love it.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you.
All right, Valerie, you're up.
I don't really have anything to add. That's good stuff.
Dumb jokes. Okay,
Yeah.
sweet.
No one's perfect. All right, Sam's perfect. Sam toning everybody.
Thank you.
I just want to point out that most of these comments I wrote just to keep the show funny. I also have to reiterate that I'm the occasional host because I do shit like this. So, Jordan, I'm gonna put 5 minutes on the clock. You don't want to be solo.
So before I start, did you write the comment? Please list more versions of Uber Eats, more titles. Was that you who wrote that one too?
You're gonna have to take that to the grave. Do you want to be solo or do you not want to be solo?
No, keep it this way. No, this is fine.
All right, this is Jordan talking about downtown Vancouver home prices. Go ahead.
I can't afford them. Next topic. So my whole thing is self-awareness. Like it's the quality that I probably value more than anything else. And being self-aware isn't easy, but the fun part is you get to spend a lot of time thinking about why you're shitty. Like that's self-awareness, dredging up all the things you hate about yourself. Well, you know, I once blew my nose on a homeless guy. I'm a cyclist. How else am I a bag of garbage? You know, like, I mean, I know enough about myself to know that my funeral's not going to go well. Like funerals are tough, but my funeral is going to be a different kind of painful. You're not going to cry. You're going to cringe. Like at best, my funeral is going to be a bad episode of The Office. And at worst, my funeral is going to be a good episode of The Office. Like it'll feel like you're sitting through your friend's shitty one-man show, only it's commemorating my time on Earth. Like, because I'm kind of a loner, I'm a distant dude, but my family is still going to want to have a service for me, you know, like, because I'd be dead and they're weird like that. But, you know, have you ever been to a funeral for somebody that you don't know that well? You know, it's like, oh, how did you know Gladys? I didn't really. I'm friends with her daughter. Oh, you're a supportive friend. Like my funeral is going to be full of supportive friends. None of them will be mine. Like nobody's going to be there for me directly. Like my funeral is going to be the Grammy Awards with just seat fillers. You know, and then a couple of those seat fillers are going to have to get up and bullshit their way through a eulogy. My grief-stricken weeping family is going to be front row center, listening to a book report from someone who didn't read the book. Like the first person's going to be fine. They'll have an escape plan. Like I can't find the words. There are no words. Excuse me. And you know, then off they go pretending to be overcome. But then that next person waiting to go on will be like, "The fuck, man! Like that was my like," and they're going to slink up there like, I can't find the words either. Like what? No, I can't. Like he gets to, but I don't. Okay. I mean, what can you say? What can you say about Jordan Reginald Wilson? What's that? His middle name wasn't Reginald? Oh. Well, I guess that's the first thing you can say. Like, I mean, we've all been to a difficult funeral, but have you ever been to an awkward funeral? One where everyone's like, ew, I hope he isn't looking down on this right now. Like, I've heard of spinning in your grave, but can you spin in your casket before it's even buried? Like, can you see the casket? Is it moving? Like, he deserves better than this. I assume. Like, I only met the guy once. But at the end of the day, though, like, it wouldn't even be the worst thing, because if heaven does exist, I'm probably right on the fence to get in. So if my funeral bombs, it might be the pity vote I need to be admitted. And that's all I got.
My funeral is going to be worse than this set. You could say that. I could say you kind of touched on it, but you might want to emphasize that I might be the only person to bomb a funeral. My family just goes up and is like, "Well, Jordan prepared a few words," and the audience goes, "Oh." You know, I walked my aunt. Someone might say, "He looks so peaceful." He stopped nodding, right? And I guess, Jordan, this is why you don't run the light, you know? Just to go away. Stay away from the light. That's what I have. So, and then I was thinking, I didn't write it down, but I'm guessing that you're kind of implying you're a loser. So you get to the gates and who's at the gate? Peter? Peter's like, I mean, you know anybody else? You know what I mean?
Got any references?
A lot of people's girlfriends are in there, bro. Yeah. Purgatory is just like a big green room, you know? Valerie, do you have any existential comments for Jordan?
I wrote down, because you're listing like at the start reasons why you were shitty. Because, well, you spit on a homeless person, you're a cyclist, you do CrossFit. I don't know what the other ones are, but
Male feminist.
Wish there were, yeah. And then the other thing was you're saying, oh, it's like going to your friend's one-man show, but your friend's dead and wrote his own eulogy or something. Like I felt like there's extra thing that could do there. But
yeah. Your funeral might be the only one where they're like, tickets still available. Now 50% off.
Pay what you can.
To come. That's all I had. I'm sure your funeral will be a party.
Yeah, be just as well attended as my friend's one-man show. Because that's the thing too. Is like, yeah, my family's gonna get people out. They'll put butts in the seats, but like, yeah, nobody's gonna be there for like me. Like, yeah. Another premise I had is like, yeah, I don't see my friends often enough. They won't even know that I'm dead. I see them once a year or something like that. Either that or comics get it. Like, Sam, can you imagine Adam Jacobson getting up and doing a eulogy for me? He'd be testing material the whole time. He'd be doing crowd work.
It would be great. And then he'd make a podcast out of it.
I'm going to tell some of my Jordan's favorite jokes of mine, and then he'll just do test new material.
Yeah.
Facebook user Kelly says, it's not me, trust me. There's a wag jag for Jordan's funeral.
Okay, okay, I'll Google wag jag. I don't know what that is.
Oh, wag jag. So that's when you like Groupon. It's like Groupon.
Oh, okay, Groupon. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So basically, people can go at a severe discount. It's like Priceline. Do you know what Priceline is? No one wants to go, Jordan. Sam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
I like what Valerie said about like, so why are you a shitty person? I mean, that's clearly ripe for jokes, right? I think when like, oh, how do you know Gladys? I think there's some fucked up reason where you just screw, like you're a bad at funerals. Like, this is what you do. Like, oh, how do I know Gladys? Oh, I met her in NA or something like that, right? Like, what? Yeah, it was the opium. You said that people didn't know what to say, and it's like, oh, I just can't find the words was the first thing, right? I mean, how many ways can you say the same thing? And I have 5, but I'm sure there's way more. But like, I can't find the words. What can you say? There are no words. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say, right? That are all like people getting out and just something there, like person after person. I'm just imagining this like sketch, right? Where Jordan's shitty fucking funeral, and it's filled with seat fillers, which I love the analogy of. These are the people who write the book report, blah, blah, blah. And it's just person after person saying the same thing that they don't have anything to say, but, faux emotion. What is an awkward funeral, Jordan? I think it's something that will just stick in your head. Now I'm thinking about awkward funerals and what makes a funeral awkward. And there has to be an opportunity for jokes here. As far as a premise goes, like, this is one worth mining just for itself. And the last one is, how are you on the fence? Like, what makes you on the fence to get into heaven?
Yeah, like, I'm not a bad person, but I'm not a great person, I guess. I mean, I think we're all...
Yeah. But like, what do you have to do to be on the fence?
It's like they're reviewing. He's like, he only tips 7%.
Yeah, like, what's going on here? Like, you always tip, but it's 7%. Like, what are you doing, right? Like, that's why you're looking for the words of support at your funeral to push over the edge, because like, you're a good guy-ish.
Yeah. Right.
Like, St. Peter is like, no, man, you obviously don't care about the working class, but I tip, not enough. So yeah, I think there's just some opportunities for even more jokes as far as like some cool premises and this theme for which to build a great set of jokes into a bit, for sure, man.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Awkward funerals for me are like when someone starts singing badly. I did not do that ever, by the way.
No, you don't bring the ukulele to a funeral?
Oh my gosh, that would be so...
Oh, that's a great visual.
That is a good one.
Like, that's your niece, just like your awkward teenage niece, just at the funeral brings their emotional support ukulele. This is great. What do they have to say?
If you bring a ukulele to a funeral, you're going to be waiting in line with Jordan.
Yeah. He'll ask to play
it. Yeah. My computer here is about to restart, which means I don't have any notes, but I think, Valerie, you haven't done a set yet, right?
I have not.
Okay, good. So I got a few minutes. So I think that's it for Jordan. So Jordan.
Thanks, guys.
Jordan Wilson, everybody.
Yeah.
Up next, we have Valerie talking about Starbucks.
No, I hate Starbucks. So my name is Valerie Bentivegna. That's Benti. Never, you don't need to know. But I always obviously start spelling it. It's a complicated name. People don't know how to spell it, pronounce it. The trick I do is I say it rhymes with Pennsylvania, which is ironic because when I was like 6, there was a kid that teased me calling me Valerie Pennsylvania, and now I use it as a way to help pronounce my last name. My first name is Valerie because my parents are international and they wanted to name me something that works in all languages. They did not realize that Valerian is a man's name in Russian, but I guess, oh well. I have a very unique name. I thought I would be the only person with the name Valerie Bentivegna. There's a woman in Marseille, France, however, that has the same name, and sometimes I get her emails. I know she was planning a trip to, I think it was Morocco once. The weirdest way, I think there's 2 weird ways that my names have been spelled. One time I went up and said my name was Bentivegna, and they wrote down Bentivegna, which I guess was nice. There was no gender assumption with that. And then the other one is Bentivagina, is something I have seen written out. I guess it's not too bad. Like Bentivegna means good fortune to you in Italian, which means Bentivagina means good pussy to you. So, of course, or you can land in the middle and say like good comings to you. That was my other option. And then if no one objects, I will sing another song. During this pandemic, this is not related to my name, but during the pandemic, I basically have colored my hair about 8 times. So I think that makes me a manic pixie dream girl. So as a manic pixie dream girl, I will sing a song on my ukulele about all of that.
Nice.
My clumsiness is adorable, my eccentricity is cute. I play a quirky instrument like a ukulele or a lute. I ironically have a nut allergy. When a dog barks too loud, I went straight up a tree. I don't understand why everyone loves kale. You can recognize me by my bushy turquoise tail. I am nothing more than I seem. I'm a manic pixie dream squirrel. I'm completely available. I'll teach you to love indie rock. I'm absolutely desirable with my fun unmatching socks. I'm actually wearing unmatching socks, which I don't know. When winter's close, I will bury all my food. And I am kind of furry, so I'm never really nude. I don't understand why everyone loves kale. You can recognize me by my bushy orange tail. I am nothing more than I scream. Whoa, than I seem. I'm a manic pixie dream squirrel. And there's a kazoo solo, but I don't have my kazoo with me. And then after our relationship has come to an end, you will meet your next dream girlfriend. I really wish the both of you well, and I'm sure she will help you come out of your shell. She's a manic pixie dream turtle. This was inspired by accidentally saying manic pixie dream squirrel, and I thought I'd write a song about it. I don't know if it makes sense, but anyway.
Totally. Valerie, I don't know your last name. Pennsylvania.
I've been debating whether to use I use Valerie Benty on social media, and I was like, that's just gonna be my stage name because Bentivegna is just asking for awkwardness.
Facebook user Kelly says, "Kale haters unite." So, if you've colored your hair 8 times since the pandemic, if you don't have a band name yet, the split end sounds awesome. You know, I just kind of you kind of have that influence. What's that band, comedy band that plays ukulele? It's like 2 girls.
Garfunkel.
Garfunkel and Oates.
Yeah, you're like their daughter.
I wish.
But it's a weird union. I don't really have many notes other than you said what was good pussy? What did you say good pussy was?
So Bentivagina is how I've definitely seen my name spelled. So Bentivegna is good fortune to you. Bentivagina is good pussy to you.
I just wanted to hear that again.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought it was. My computer's restarting. I don't have any notes. I had a tag and I can't remember, but it's Bentivagina. Bentivagina. Okay, come back to me. Let's go to Jordan.
Okay. Yeah, like I like the song. And yeah, just like a couple sort of little things because you talked about the kid who said your name Pennsylvania and then now you use it. So yeah, so bullies really do help, or something like that. That's sort of a path you could go down. Yeah, bullies are actually doing good. Now, did you say that like you have a name similar to, and you get somebody's emails by accident?
Yes.
Now, I think you should just respond to those emails and mess with those people strictly for the material. And I'm sure lots of jokes will come from that. See what kind of adventures you can go on via email through that. When you said you've seen it written out, like I guess bent of vagina, you've seen it written out. The first thing, because I wrote it, I was the one who wrote it out. And then when you were doing the song and you said, yeah, this is the part where there's a kazoo solo, I think that's actually funnier just to say, oh yeah, right now there's a kazoo solo. Yeah, you could say like my kazoo is in the shop. It's with the kazoo specialist. You're so quirky, you have a kazoo guy or something, So yeah, you could either have the kazoo solo itself, but I think just saying, yeah, this is the part where there's a kazoo solo, I think that's actually an option for the song if you want it to be.
Thanks.
And that's what I got.
Damn. Bent a vagina once. Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, sure. I agree, Jordan. I think the saying like there's a kazoo solo, like that's pretty funny. That to say that there's a solo instead of a kazoo solo, because that's just better than any possible kazoo solo could be. Manic Pixie Dream Squirrel is funny. I like that. The only thing I would say is you used Pennsylvania as a kid, or you use that now as like the state name as a tool to remember how your name is said. But what other state names have been used for last names? Like it's better than being named something for like Idaho or whatever, right? Like thankfully my last name wasn't something for the Dakotas. I don't know, whatever. This is like an opportunity to tell a couple of jokes there about shitty state names. And because Pennsylvania is a pretty sweet state if you've never been there, I guess. Pittsburgh sucks. That's all I know. It's the only place
I lived
I've been.
there, but I was like 6.
Yeah.
I moved when I was 7, so I have no idea. It snowed sometimes, which it doesn't really in Seattle. So I guess that was a.
Yeah, they say they have mountains there, but they don't have mountains there.
No, I don't know what mountains are.
I don't know what a mountain is.
That's all I got.
You said something about you had a nut allergy, and that was ironic. Why? Are you?
Because I'm
not
a
into
squirrel.
guys? Or, oh.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to do that right, because like I don't know if it makes sense that I'm making jokes about squirrels before I even say I'm a Manic Pixie Dream Squirrel. I might swap it around so it's first Manic Pixie Dream Girl stuff and then it's Manic Pixie Dream Squirrel stuff. That might be
I might, because yeah, like to be honest, yeah, I wasn't sure why you were saying Pixie Squirrel at first. Like when you said at the end, like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. But at first, I wasn't. I thought there was a joke there, and I wasn't getting it.
I'm imagining I'll have like, I don't know if I ever do this set, I'll dress up as a squirrel and color my
Oh, yeah,
tail
that would
down.
definitely
Maybe that will help. I'm kind of a furry. No.
Nut allergy. Something bent to vagina. There's a joke. Bent to vagina. There's a joke. But it's probably for me. All right. Valerie, what's your last name for people? I didn't catch that. You go by Valerie because you got stage name. Don't worry, Valerie.
Pennsylvania. I don't know. I'll find it.
Pennsylvania.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll just you guys talked about my mom, so let's talk about my mom for a bit and see where that goes. Is that cool?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna start the timer first, but I think I have a hot mom, guys. I know this because growing up, we would always play your mom jokes. Do you guys know those? Where you have nothing to do on a Friday night, you'd steal some beer and you tell jokes in a circle. Jordan might say, "Your mom's so fat, the elevator always goes down." Valerie might say, your mom's so ugly, the tears run down her back. And then all of a sudden, all my friends looked at me and go, well, Ryan, your mom is so hot, we'd fuck her. And then the next guy goes, no, Ryan's mom is so hot, I want to be his stepdad, which is really awkward because that's involved. And they said, hear him out. He's already at all your hockey games. I go, yeah, he's on the team. I love my mom, but she didn't really raise us the right way. Growing up, we didn't have the best diet. We grew up in a small town. We thought it was fancy when you brought out the name brand ketchup, we thought brunch is when you ate Lunchables for breakfast. You guys remember Lunchables? The redneck charcuterie. Nothing says I care about my chunky kids' health like pumping them full of some old Halloween candy, a refrigerated Ritz cracker on some pig's asshole. Lunchables, the official snack of alcoholic parents. She used to feed us so many Lunchables that the lady at the grocery store one day just said, ma'am, I don't think these are good for your kid's development. And she looked her back and said, yeah, well, neither is drinking when you're pregnant. And this little fuck turned out just fine. Except she's pointing at my brother. I'm still in line eating the Lunchables. I found out recently, though, when I told her I was going to have a kid, she told me that she drank for 5 months before she knew she was pregnant with me. 5 months. I Googled that. It's not good. And I said, Mom, what if there was some developmental issues? And she goes, relax, you weren't meant to be Einstein. I go, yeah, not anymore, right? Maybe this is fetal alcoholic Einstein. You don't know. I'm not going to cure cancer. I Googled how to cure a ham and my brain, it peaked. I always said I didn't want to date someone like my mom. So I went and got a physical before I started dating, and I got diagnosed with two things. I got diagnosed with IBS, and I have a gluten sensitivity. Do you guys know what IBS is? Yeah, icky butt stuff, right? And a gluten sensitivity. I asked if that was serious, and the doctor said, you just have to refrain from spicy food, pizza, chicken wings, and beer. And I said, oh, it's fucking terminal, right? So someone said I should see a doctor more regularly. So I did. I met a doctor on Tinder. That's a fucking bullseye, guys. I found out she was a doctor on the third date. Stop pulling out immediately. If you haven't dated a doctor, there's lots of perks and oxys and morphine, whatever you can grab when she goes to bed. It's great. I'm dating a Serbian doctor, though, so we have some language issues. English is her fifth language. So every time we text back and forth, she says real or joking. She has no idea. So I might say, I love you. And she'll say real or joking. I have to go joking, right? But when the bars opened up last summer, she went out. She's very beautiful. I was jealous. So I said, how's the bar? And she went, terrible. I miss you. All the guys are coming on me. Real or joking. We got to get you back to English class. But I thought it was great. I thought it was great that we had a child together. But now that we're kind of getting back into the sexy time, she's still wearing that maternal clothing. I don't know. I don't know how to politely tell her this, but I think when men are trying to remove panties from a woman, they want it from the navel down. So anything above the belly button feels less sexy and more traumatic, like I'm undressing my grandmother. You know what I mean? I just like I'm fucking Steve Urkel. I'm not really into it. I did man up though, and I bought a house once we had a kid. I made the best and worst investment of my life. I bought a house in a rough neighborhood. They said they do a lot of filming, and I get here and I go, what are they filming? Cops? But it turns out I bought a haunted house. And in Ontario, they don't have to tell you. In New York State, they have to tell you if a home is haunted. I don't know if you know that. And I just know now that you just can't get rid of tenants. That's what I'm trying to say. It's gotten so bad every time I fart, I say sorry just because I don't want them to die twice. I'm worried. But now that I'm working from home, it's a problem because, even they need some downtime, right? I have the ghost going, are you going to go away? Like I have to fucking take a ghost shower. I don't know where I'm going with this joke. I've stopped paying attention to them, and I must have a millennial ghost because it goes, if you don't find me scary, I'm gonna go upstairs and undead myself. I wish I was never unborn. So I really gotta pay attention to that. So finally, I'll just tell you, I want to make sure that my son is smart and progressive, and I've rewritten some fairy tales so that he can grow up and be the best man he can. So I rewrote The Little Mermaid, the classic. Only this time, it's a male mermaid that can't speak to find a woman's love. It's called The Perfect Husband. It's a classic story. I also rewrote Puss in Boots. You guys know that story? It's now just called Girls in Flats. It's much more comfortable. And of course, I rewrote Snow White. It's now called Snow Privileged and the Seven Little People. He loves it. Thanks so much, guys. That's a few of my jokes.
Yeah.
The audience says, Ryan, at least your alcoholic parents could afford Lunchables. All my alcoholic parents could afford was alcohol. That's funny. All right.
Were those brand new jokes, Ryan?
They were sprinkled in. I'm sure Sam knows which was new and which wasn't.
I don't know.
Oh, that was Sam. Oh,
yeah.
Some of them were new. Yeah. The ghost stuff I'm working on. Like I'm thinking, what if I had an alcoholic ghost, and he's just roaming the halls going booze, or maybe the only way to shut a ghost up is to say, what do you want? He wants to do shots, so I'm always hungover. Like, why couldn't I have a normal ghost? Why do I have to have, I don't know, what's a drunk name?
My uncle?
Todd, I got a fucking Todd. So I was just working on that. Like, I don't want to step on Aziz Ansari. He has a joke about millennials, and I found it out after. So I'm like trying to rewrite the whole thing. But basically, I thought if my ghost was realistic and it was like my grandmother, they wouldn't know how to use the internet. You know what I mean? These ghosts, how did these 18th century ghosts know to use the internet? Like if my ghost was haunted by my grandmother, it would just be turning up the TV, doing the crosswords, and loudly chewing mints while saying racist stuff, right? Like that would be my ghost. So, and like, what would ghosts wear? Like, do you have to? Do ghosts die? Like, do you die in the clothing you had or what you wanted? Like, why aren't most of ghosts in hospital gowns with their asses hanging out? Like, no one thinks about this, right? Like if I have IBS, if I was a ghost, I would just have a long toilet paper trail like coming right out of my ass. Like I would be haunted in purgatory with at least 2-ply. So I don't know where I'm going with those. I wish I was never unborn. That's the best I got out of that whole paragraph. I wish I was never unborn. I'm going to go upstairs and reincarnate myself if you don't stop. Jordan.
It's like the ghost equivalent of cutting.
Yeah. Like my ghost might be so drunk he can walk through walls and still walks into them. Like I don't know how it works. Just
still trips.
Yeah. Still falls down the stairs somehow.
Frank, go to bed, Frank. Some of us have work in the morning.
Okay. So yeah, I got like a couple thoughts on some of the other stuff. So I like sort of the hot mom premise, and I thought I'm wondering if maybe you don't mention it right up at the front where you tell the story about how we used to tell jokes like your mom joke, and then the third one, your mom is so hot we want to fuck her. Like that's I mean it's really funny, but it would be way more of a surprise if you didn't start with my mom is hot. So like it could catch everybody off guard, and then you could say, yeah, I grew up with a hot mom, and then go into the rest of the stuff. That's one thought on how to do it. Yeah, I like the Lunchables. I like the redneck charcuterie. That was a really good analogy. In the grocery store there, where your mom says, "Hey, I drank for 5 months with this one, and he turned out just fine." What if whatever kid she was pointing at is like doing something that's clearly at that moment that's like clearly not good, like that shows that no, they didn't turn out that fine. And I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head, but yeah, it's just she pointed to this one as he was whatever, like banging his head again, or I don't know, tripping, I don't know. But yeah. When you talked about dating the doctor after the third date, you found out she was a doctor, and then you started pulling out. I thought, well, what kind of doctor relies on the pull-out method? That might be something that tells me she's not a very good doctor if she thinks that's a reliable method. And then when you said it's like fucking Steve Urkel, there's definitely did I do that joke in there somewhere?
Okay, that one's definitely brand new too.
Yeah.
Did I do that?
So that's what I got, but yeah, no, I liked it. Yeah.
The only the underwear made me think of Bridget Jones' Diary. I don't know if there's anything there, but it works for Bridget Jones. Did not work for me.
Does she have granny panties in that?
Yeah. She has her sexy panties and her comfortable panties.
Yeah.
Other than that, good stuff.
Bridget Jones. Hi, Sam.
Hey, the Yo Mama jokes, right? The one that got me was the line that for me made that very funny was he'll go to all your hockey games. It's like he already does. That's just fucking funny. And that's like a good visual thing that makes the stepdad thing really real. That stood out to me as a great line. The perks, oxymorphine, whatever. Yeah, that's funny. Language. The maternal clothing, and it's almost like this is more like a different joke, but like during COVID, we're all wearing maternal wear, right? Pregnant, just had a kid or not, we're all wearing our underwear past our belly button and just all for comfort.
Hey guys, my phone's shutting down, so I'll be right back, okay? I'm listening.
Okay. Great. What's happening?
I think his phone is running out of battery, so he's going to log out and log back in. So
okay.
So I guess this is our chance to talk smack about him until he gets back. But maybe he'll watch this later. But yeah.
We take over the live stream.
I only had like 2 other things, and that was that. Oh, what does it look like?
It looks like Artie Lang a little bit, a younger Artie Lang. That frozen picture right there.
Yeah, the nose is not collapsed. Hey, Valerie, what are the comedy rooms in Seattle coming online right now?
I think Laughs is opening up.
In Kirkland?
No.
On in University, whatever?
Roosevelt. Yeah, it's in the university area. I don't really know about others because I'm just like not wanting to go back yet.
Fair enough.
I'm not paying attention on purpose.
Yeah.
There was a nice, like, there's been a few outdoor things too, but they're usually like showcases, not open mics yet. But,
sure.
Yeah.
I'm okay with outdoor shows not being open mics, I'll be honest. We don't want to burn comedy to like people who don't want to hear it, right? It's like there's nothing worse. That was happening all over Toronto, I think. Yeah, but whatever. It's better than it is here, right, Jordan? No rooms online.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's enough elsewhere online. Like there's stuff like this, and then there's a few others that I've done. But like, yeah, nothing based out of here. But like, I don't see many Vancouver comics on these things. And like, to be honest, like, I mean, most of the Zoom mics I've done are like these ones, like the feedback style. And
sure.
I've actually found these as far as workshopping material and testing stuff, I've found these more helpful than live open mics. Like, yes, you're not live on stage. I mean, you do need that, but like, you go to a live open mic and none of the comics laugh, and so you walk away. You don't know if the jokes are funny or not. Whereas here, if they don't laugh, at least they say, "Oh, I did like that joke," or "I didn't get that joke," and you know if it is, or if it's not funny, then you know why, and you can go and fix it. So
yeah,
I've actually found these more helpful than live open mics.
I dig that. Ryan, I got 2 more comments.
Yeah, let's do them quick in case this happens again.
Yeah,
perfect.
no, it's so it's the maternity wear. When you said like the best and worst investment, I know you let in. I bought a house. It was the best and worst investment, but even without the house part at the front, I'm thinking, what, you had a kid? Like that's the best and worst investment, right? Yeah, the less a millennial ghost, because I'm a millennial and I've never like I'm fucking 35 and I'm not gonna go not kill myself if I were a ghost, you know. I just go drink craft beer and cry.
Yeah, like more than a
Move
millennial
back
ghost.
with your parents.
Yeah, exactly. Like fuck this house. I'm gonna go live with my parents.
Yeah. I'm gonna go haunt my parents.
Yeah, I just see it like more like teen angst, you know, like this fucking moody teen dead kid. I don't know, whatever. Have you checked out Simon King's like woke nursery rhymes bit?
No.
Check it out. It's very funny. And just to make sure that as you write all these like the nursery rhymes, fairy tales, etc., just to not step on, just to check out what he's put out there. In case you want to just make sure there's not overlap.
Simon King, I'll write that down.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you know Simon?
No.
Oh,
is it where's he?
He's out of Vancouver, but you know, he's done HBO and everything.
I will check that out. Simon King woke nurseries.
Mm-hmm.
Just piggybacking off of the living with the parents thing. When you think about it, a millennial ghost is pretty much the same as a millennial, just hanging around and just annoying the parents and contributing nothing. So.
Yeah, and also like I think I was trying to go with oh great, we got ghosts. Like you really can't get rid of tenants, you know.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And the last thing I wrote down I didn't do was, you guys are in a lockdown too, right?
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, except for there's no indoor dining, but yeah.
Are you guys married or no?
I'm not.
Not with Jordan.
You're not married, Sam?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought lockdown the only time in history that married guys can brag about banging their wife twice a year, and single guys are like lucky.
That's just funny.
All right, so this is the part of the show where you guys can let people know who you are. So we learned about Simon King. We learned about all these other DJ David Roy, but let's learn about you. So Jordan, where can the people, if they want, find? Oh my God, where did he go? Okay, here he's back. Jordan, where can they find you?
I was going to say you can find me right here on this show, but apparently that's not even the truth. Yeah, no, that's one thing I fall very short with is the promotion and the social media stuff. I'm still new enough to this. I'm still just trying to learn how to be funny before I try and put myself out there. So yeah, you can't find me anywhere right now. Hopefully you'll find me on an open mic stage in roughly 3 weeks somewhere.
Okay, so if Sam, you want to do the same thing but start doing socials and stuff?
Yeah, find me at samtowning.com. You can check out the podcast I'm on, What's So Funny. It's been going around for 15 years where we interview comedians, Canadian Comedy Award nominated, Best of Vancouver winner. Sidekick on the Brett Martin Show, online, check it out. Yeah, that's enough.
You muted?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Okay, I'll just assume that I go next. I'm V Benty on Twitter, Valerie Benty on Instagram. I host a bi-weekly or bi-monthly, depending on your definition of that, geeky open mic on Instagram Live on that Valerie Benty. And I'm actually producing a show on Saturday called Geek Out, which is a fundraiser for Black Girls Code and Black and Marine Science, and it's geeky stuff. So if you find me on Twitter, Instagram, you know how to join for geeky jokes. I don't like being the only person on the screen. It makes me feel very awkward because then I only see myself. But ha.
You can find me if you can hear me. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. Simboy, I like it.
I can't hear myself. So if you guys can hear me, we're gone.
can
Can you
hear
hear
you.
me? Can you give a thought? You can hear me? Okay.
Yes.
I can't hear me. This was the workshop. You can find me. I have a food review video called Chowing Down. Episode 34 comes out tomorrow. We had Sam Toning, Jordan Wilson, and Valerie. See everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.